Mike Yawney looking for a project this morning up at SAIT, learning the skill of carpentry. And Mike, you're working with a very expensive tool.
I am. And Jill, do I look the part at least?
You do.
Maybe? Yeah? Well, until you pan down and you'll notice the shoes. Yeah, I forgot my construction boots this morning. So dress shoes it is, but I assured them they're steel toe shoes. Ryan, okay, I was teasing before the break about this hammer. $300?
Yeah.
Really?
So
why? Why?
this hammer is it's a stiletto. It's a very lightweight hammer that hits like a very heavyweight hammer. So this almost hits about as hard as a sledgehammer.
Wow.
Very long handle. No vibrations either come through the handle either. So it's very comfortable. Framers, when they're swinging a hammer a lot, what ends up happening is fatigue. Right? So this hammer here seems like a lot of money, but if you're doing it all the time, makes sense.
Ryan knows his stuff. He is one of the instructors here at the School of Construction. And you know what? Here, this is the one you gave me. How about I take the expensive one?
All right.
You're going to teach me. We've kind of gone through a bunch of lessons this morning. This is one of the more advanced ones, but still one that high school students can learn. It's about framing.
Yeah.
And you want to teach me a few things when it comes to framing, and one of the biggest mistakes people make when it comes to framing. So maybe you are framing a basement right now and renovating. This is something that everyone should know. So kind of explain the scenario here, what you have set up.
Okay, so what we've got here is we've got a top plate and a bottom plate. So these are the materials that sit at the top, or
So
top
your floor
and the
and your
bottom.
ceiling. Yep.
Floor and ceiling. And then the studs and anything else go in between
Studs
them.
would go up and down here.
Exactly.
Okay.
So the biggest mistake that people make, and we've got tape measure, most tape measures will have your 16 on centers and your 24 on centers labeled. So what that means is every 16 inches or every 24 inches you're going to have a stud.
Okay.
Now if I put 24 on center, and that's what I'm calling for, that center is exactly where I want the center of my stud to be.
Right.
How am I going to know to put my stud there? Because when I put it there, it's going to cover that up. So what we do to deal with that is we'll end up marking 3/4 of an inch, because dimensional lumber or 2x4s are 1.5 inches long or wide.
Okay.
So that's your 2x4 right there. So then you'll measure over 3/4 of an inch, and you'll put your X
Okay.
so that it's covering up that, so you know where to put.
Because if you just
stud.
put your mark there, then you would probably put the edge of the stud there. So mark
Exactly.
it 3/4 of an inch on the left and the right.
Exactly.
And the big reason being is because when you get to the end of it,
Yes.
most drywall's 8 feet wide.
That's
They're
right.
long.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have a stud to put the last piece of drywall on.
Exactly. You want to split that drywall, that 8 foot, on a stud so that that joint is in the middle of your stud.
Okay. There we go. So important things if you are maybe renovating your basement or another part of your house and you're building a wall. Important things to know. Jill, I think it's maybe time to put this $300 hammer to the test when I see you next time. What do you think?